Okay, guys. So this is basically my intro to the films that I saw at the Montclair Film Festival. So throughout this video, you're going to see a lot of costume changes and weird camera angles and audio angles in terms of like my microphone just going like in and out. And you're just going to see me just like talk about like all of these movies that I saw. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I hope you guys enjoy this video and just make sure to like subscribe to my YouTube channel and also just subscribe to my Letterboxd. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay, guys. So basically, I saw May December at the Montclair Film Festival, and instead of just like riffing and like going out of like tangents and in and out of tangents, like what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna read a couple of the stuff that I like wrote down. And I think I'll probably just do that with the continuation of this video.
Why can't we talk about it? If we're really as in love as we say we are.
So before I actually start this review, I want to like preface or preface a spoiler for this movie. There's actually like a little like aspect of the movie that I think I should spoil because it's part of it and it might change your perspective on the movie. So yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. But yeah, and I should probably say but even before all that, the main plot of this movie is basically you have Natalie Portman playing a television actress, and she's trying to study Julianne Moore, who is a sex offender, and she's trying to make a movie out of it, Natalie Portman, and from there she learns a lot about Julianne Moore and like how she does her job, which is basically just baking. Her neighbors basically give out like items to bake just to please her because she has really nothing else to do other than just like sit in the house and like cry. Meanwhile, Joe is a nurse who is also like really into like construction videos and just like fucking around on his group chat. He really doesn't have anything else to do also as well in terms of just like in the marriage and just like in life in general. He has like three kids, and all three of them are like grown up and like getting ready to go to like college. And like the main plot of the movie is like these kids are all like going into like their like college life, and Joe is just like being left behind by the whole thing. And you have all these threads like together, and from there it's just a wild ride. I should say. Todd Haynes, he directs something that's like very like melodramatic and like campy, but like also it's like very dark because of its like subject matter. And I can't like really stress this enough that obviously like Julianne Moore and like Natalie Portman like they give great performances, but man, dude, Charles Melton, like I believe the hype. Like I definitely like believe the hype. Because like coming from like Riverdale to now this is it's like a jump. And like his performance is basically like hindered on the idea of like him being like mentally stunted, and he has to like act like a child even though he's not a child, he's an adult, he's like 30 years old. But like also just like the interactions with him and Julianne Moore, like you can see like the power imbalance between both of them. Like Julianne Moore is like obviously older, like in her 50s or like early 60s, and she had like a sheltered life also as well. But like both of them from the jump, like you get to see like all their like insides and outsides of like their relationship. And then even then like you get to see like a little like tidbits of Elizabeth, played by Natalie Portman, and she's like looking at like tabloid pictures of like Julianne Moore's character, and you see like Moore's character like have all these like really like papped up photos. But yeah, you have all that, and then you have just like Todd Haynes like hamming up with the melodramatic overtones, undertones, and like the piano music throughout is like really interesting because like it's played out for like very like melodramatic like intense like scenes, but it's also like played up for laughs because it's very like campy. When you watch the movie, you'll understand why that's like happening. And just the whole movie, in general, like I really like enjoyed it. I thought it was like way better than some of like other like Todd Haynes movies like Safe, which I like the performance Julianne Moore does in that movie, but I think here she has like a lot to do and there's like a lot of like sides to her. But obviously like Todd Haynes he's not gonna like top Carol, but this is definitely like in his like upper tier. But yeah, I really loved this. I would like actually seek this out, especially since it's coming to Netflix. And just with all like the prefaces and like the kind of like analysis of like what all these characters are trying to do and like the idea of like the power imbalance in like a relationship, especially like a woman who marries a younger man and they met each other like when they were really young, and like Charles Melton's character like when he was like in 7th grade, like that's like kind of like messed up, and you see that a lot with a lot of actors in Hollywood. I should not say who, but I'll probably like pop it up on the screen if you want to know. But yeah, I love this movie. It's on Netflix in December, May, December. Yeah, the vibes are immaculate.